Happy Trail Tuesday, everybody. So happy coincidence, Andrea and I were having lunch together to catch up, and we realized that she needed to do Trail Tuesday. So I'm here as your Trail Tuesday guest, and I want to talk to you guys about a citizen science project that I'm launching at the University of Minnesota Extension called Mysterious Mulberries. You can Google that, Mysterious Mulberries, University of Minnesota CITSI, and it should come right up. The native red mulberry is probably our most threatened species of tree in the state of Minnesota. So there are very, very few of them. And there are lots more of this non-native white mulberry. And I'm asking people to report any red and white mulberries in iNaturalist, and we're gonna try to understand their distribution and density a little bit better. So white mulberry is this one. We happened to find it right outside the parking lot where we're having lunch. And you can see the mulberries are actually really hard to tell apart. But white mulberry, which is the non-native, has larger, more spread out serrates on the edge. And it is more common to have these deeply lobed, multiple lobes on a leaf. Now, mulberry is very variable in its lobe arrangement, but the native red mulberry tends to have fewer lobes. And again, the serration on native red mulberry will be a little softer. It won't be quite as dramatic as this. And then both mulberries are producing these edible berries right now. Right around the 4th of July, they produce edible berries. And so this might be your big tip-off that you're near one. These will turn eventually dark purple. So these aren't quite ripe, but they'll be real obvious. And so if you would please report those to iNaturalist, that would be really great. That's all you need to do. But if you want to learn more about mulberries, how to tell them apart, check out Mysterious Mulberries, University of Minnesota Citizen Science Project. Awesome, thank you so much for your help. And now I want to talk to you about Amur maple. So Amur maple is a horticultural plant that was introduced, and this is planted, I'm certain of it, there's a small grove here next to this restaurant where Andrea and I had lunch. But it has recently landed on the Minnesota Noxious Weed Specially Regulated list. And so now you can still purchase it, but you're not supposed to plant it within 100 feet of a natural space. And I would point out that this is where it was planted, I'm certain of that. And right here, it has escaped. So this is also an Amur maple, but now this one is escaped, and I would point out that it is within 100 feet of that river corridor. So,
whoops.
Yep, whoops. And I'll quickly talk about, so Amur maple is from the Amur River Valley of China. All of our Amurs are. And this is a maple, so it's opposite in leaf arrangement like all of our maples. These leaves are a smidgen variable, but often they kind of resemble red maple with that 3 lobes. You can see some of these aren't even lobed at all. And then it does have, these are immature Samara, but that helicopter seed Samara. But mostly you're gonna be looking at that leaf shape, which is, again, this isn't even less lobed than normal, but it tends to be a really elongated 3 lobes with deeply serration. And it's a small, small tree, and it's commonly planted in the urban area. So if you have one of these and you see it escaped next door, we would love for you to report the escapes. You can report those to EdMaps if they've escaped. If it's a planted tended tree, don't report it. Someone probably likes it. All right, Amur maple. Have a great Trail Tuesday.